But first, this thing never starts off on you considering your risk. You knowing how much money you spend every month is considering your risk. Knowing on is this benefiting me on what I'm spending or is it taken away from me? Liabilities is taken out every month and assets. This is all part of being an investor. How you doing, investor? My name is Kelvin. I'm a noble dude working a 9-to-5 job. Try to take care of our family. So now we starting to look at how we can grow our skills and our net worth. Net worth is what happens whenever you have a certain amount of money at the end of the month based off assets and income. So your net worth now could be negative $200. But people don't realize their net worth is not really a set number. A net worth is what you know. The net worth is the skills that you provide. The net worth is what you invest into yourself and your subconsciousness on what you can provide and produce into the economy. Your net worth really is $1 trillion. But you live in your net worth based off of the bank account that you wake up and log into and see every day. You're living like you don't know your whole potential. That's why you wake up every day, you check your bank account, you constantly scrolling on social media to fit in or find something to distract you so you don't get your goals and your priorities in that career that you always wanted to start. So every day you're not going towards where you're passionate towards, but you just want to get distracted because you're just fighting that fight constantly of procrastination. I know this feeling. I know this feeling. This feeling is what we have to fight every day. We got to pray that we don't fall behind procrastination. Because you know there's something out there for you to do that can increase your salary yearly, that can increase your situation, that can better you. But you rather just settle, underestimate the potential that you got, your net worth. You want to sell yourself short, your net worth. Just because your net worth is not there numerical wise or number wise, don't mean that you don't have value. You have the biggest value in the world, which is freedom of creation. Freedom is the number one tool for you to build your wealth. As long as you got freedom, you got 24 hours, this is going to be the key for you to build wealth these next 6 months. So from boom, once you start understanding a quick skill that you can learn and you can real good, add it to your belt, build projects and build a portfolio to showcase to people and showcase to employers, bam, now you got yourself a brand. And a brand is very important for a person who is trying to build something. A brand is how you showcase yourself to others and how you move. Everything influences your brand. So now once you got your brand set, you know what you out here going out to the economy, providing it as a service. You're making sure that you're learning more about your service. You want to invest into your service. So what's the best way to invest into your service? First off, you want to have to read books. This is the biggest thing for a lot of people. They don't like to read. They don't like to figure out things by locating a book elsewhere or doing research on something or just learning something that they normally wouldn't just try to learn. They'll take risk on learning something because you don't have to learn everything. You just got to learn that one thing. Stick with it for 2 years. Keep going after that. Just keep going. It really just takes 6 months to read a book and keep progressing from there. Like start your career. That's what it takes. It just takes you today taking time out, 30 minutes reading. That could change your life forever. It can only take one piece of information for you to put in the back of your mind, use your wisdom to take that knowledge to change your life and your net worth. So that being said, you need to be grabbing books, get you a shelf, start collecting books that will help you on what you want to do and provide in that skill. Whether that's in healthcare, whether that's in technology, whether that's engineering, whatever it is. You can put a short term goal on this too, because this got to be in the next 6 to 2 years. You know, we don't want to wait 10 years to start making some money. We want to go ahead and get to the bag now. So whether that's HVAC or that's electrician, welding, I'm gonna pick up a skill that I can go into a demand and get it done within 2 years. That's the deadline. So from there, now we got a plan, bro. We ain't gotta stress too much. We just continue doing the same thing we do every day. We calculating what's coming out of our expenses every month, calculating what's coming in. We got a little plan for us for the next 2 years that could increase our income, a set income. And we got our little day job that we go to just to get the bills paid. But this is where you think this is just normal habit, and you don't do the key step a lot of people forget to do. And that is downloading Robinhood while they're working. That job is a stepping stone for their career. So that job, you're not using it as a stepping stone. I mean, at the end of the month, we get our hair done, our nails, relax, and let your money work for itself, okay? While you buy these assets, you're not paying attention to what the price is doing every day. You're just buying these assets, logging off the app. Matter of fact, you can go on Robinhood. Once you do your research on the tech companies that you want to buy, or healthcare, gas, agriculture, banking, software, whatever it is that you want to do your research on, and I'll show you guys which assets to buy. Sometimes I'll show you guys what I buy. You go ahead, continue this habit. I like to start off one asset first. So yeah, I know there's Tesla, there's Apple, there's Microsoft, there's Facebook, but I'm just gonna grab one of these big growth tech companies first, buying off first in my portfolio. After I already done bought some safe assets like ETFs, some mutual funds, and I already just built a firm foundation off something that's not too risky. Then I'm gonna go get to them high growth stocks like Netflix. These are what's gonna make you the bread at the end of the day, okay? These are gonna be your runners. So how I would start first off when I download Robinhood, buy one of these big tech companies. But my rule is, so I consider the risk, I dollar cost average. So if I built up after I calculated my net worth at the end of the month and all the expenses that came in, and I did a few DoorDashes to get the most money I could come from my day job and my DoorDash, I'm gonna go ahead and put money in my Robinhood account. But that's the first step of this video. You just start funding your Robinhood. If you start today, you put in $50, and then next week you start putting in $100, and you continue that. One day you wake up, your Robinhood account is at $2,000. So once I got my allocation of cash that I built up from practicing all the money that comes out every month and keeping what I keep in Robinhood, I'm gonna start buying a tech stock that is down at least 50% from this 6 month. Rule number one, when I start off buying a stock and I pick which one I want to buy, I never buy the stock where it's highest at its peak. Rule number one, just cause that's the riskiest spot for you to start investing. It's buying at the highest point of where the stock is. Every time a stock reaches a high, it has to cool down. It has to be a sell-off. The market doesn't just go straight up in the moon towards the sky. It has to cool off. It has to sell off, and then it starts to consolidate, stay in a range, and then we pump up higher. These different phases of the market, it doesn't matter where I buy. I'm not trying to time the markets. I'm dollar cost averaging. I get paid every 2 weeks. I'm going to put a reoccurring self-automated in the system. When I get paid on Fridays every 2 weeks, you're going to take out $500. And this is what the difference of what our parents didn't do. And this is what the difference what you can do. You're investing into the future. You're investing into yourself. So when you do things like this, all you have to do is just continue working. And you know you're building something. Because if you look at the charts, these stocks that you buy, the last 5 years, they're up 10,000%. They're up 5,000%. This is life-changing percent. Hold on. You're not understanding me. This is life-changing moves right here. Last 10 years, people who have this stock, it's up 20,000%. And you telling me we've been sleeping under the rug. We've been missing out on the money that the market that is giving out to these people. And you're not trying to get started. As soon as you start earning and you start putting your name in Social Security and getting paid, you can put $1 in to start making yourself and get missing out on all this free, easy money. Boy, you best believe I'm signing up for Robinhood. This is what they're trying to throw and give to me. But yet I'm so distracted. I'm falling for all these different consumer goods. Oh, they got a new Apple Watch. Oh, they got a new Apple iPhone. Oh, they got a new product with gaming. You gotta be them people that's investing into them products too. This is just the journey and lifestyle of what it looks like. It's not nothing rocket science. It's not anything that requires you to be a genius. What if I told you it's just a simple automated task, a lift of a finger, a simple decision I made? You know, decisions that you make, you think they don't matter. Yeah, I know you don't care about what decisions you make. You don't even know what you want to eat. But the decisions that you make, really, at all the last 10 or 100, all you had to do is make one good decision for the day. You know, you could have been made the worst decisions of life, but it really takes that one decision for you to really bounce back. Yeah, it happened. You can't take that away. What you did already happened. What was done is already done. Why you reminiscing on it? Like you could do something better. Like you could have done something in the moment. You could have done something in the moment. But the thing is, you're not worried about what's going on in the moment. You know, we like to chase that satisfaction, that quick satisfaction, not knowing what we're feeling in the moment is there temporarily. You know, because if you live in the moment, you realize